thank you so much for having us here today in your beautiful garden. And I was just wondering, how did you first come into contact with the charity?
The first contact was through Alzheimer's, who had a monthly carers meeting. And there I met Arlene Malcolm, and she would be the very first person that I met in VSA. Progressed a little, and again through Alzheimer's newsletter, I spotted an advert for a free course with VSA on care and social services. So, and SVQ at the end of it. So this appealed to me, and I thought it would help me with my wife, and at the same time provide me with some respite.
Yes.
And that's what it did. And Erica and I got on extremely well. Again, a big gap in age, but we got on extremely well. And I went for it hell for leather.
Yeah.
And it was good fun. We had some good fun.
Yeah.
And then from that, I went and gave a talk at the opening of Carers Week. And that was the very first time that I'd ever stood in front of public and said my own words,
Yes.
my own written words.
Yeah.
And it went extremely well.
Yeah.
I was very surprised. And after that, I finished the SVQ. I'm giving you a history here.
No, but this is what we're looking for.
An
This is
SVQ,
fantastic.
I did it in 6 months, which was unheard of.
Wow.
And I got the certificate, and then I got another nice phone call from Erica asking if I would mind being nominated for Trainee Candidate of the Year.
That's an incredible achievement.
Well, I didn't get the award.
But just to be
but
nominated even.
Yes, but
Yeah.
I got the runner-up. And
Amazing.
my son and Erica and Nicola, my daughter-in-law, and myself all had a freebie in Edinburgh at VSA. Well, it wasn't. It was free tickets from the thing.
Yeah.
It was great fun.
Yeah.
It was really, really nice.
Yeah.
And the story that I have attached to that is that my wife and I had a serious talk about 3-4 weeks before that, and I said I wasn't going to go. She said, "Go, you deserve it." Yeah. And that I was ominous because she died before the presentation, and we had a good time in Edinburgh. Yeah. So that was that. And then through Erica, various other things came up. An article for a care and social services manual,
Wow.
which I wrote the article for, and was published with only one word correction. And it was just terminology, that was all.
Yeah.
Which made me very proud again.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that has followed on. And I had another article, how I coped with care. This is all through VSA. Mm-hmm. Absolutely none of this would have happened without VSA influence.
Yeah.
And so it goes on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get into.
And here we are.
And Erica had chased me up on this one.
And another thing now that you're contributing to. So, I mean, it really is amazing that from your initial, introduction, your initial experience with VSA, how much that relationship has changed over time and how much different things you have done and achieved.
Well, as I say, it changed my life, that's for sure. It really became obvious when Erica said that I should write for this project, and I said, no, I can't. And after she went off the phone, I went down and email. I went down and I listed SVQ, talk at the health centre, and I started to say, hey, wait a minute. Everything I'm doing of importance was through VSA.
Yeah.
And that's, I built a reputation through it.
Absolutely.
And I'm still friends with Erica.
Yeah.
And good friends. And
And was it Erica at the VSA? She was a real support for you in making these things happen, wasn't she?
Yes, because
Yeah.
she was the advisor. I can't remember the exact title for studying the SVQ.
Sure.
But at the same time, she became friends.
What sort of support did Erica and the VSA give you to sort of achieve all these wonderful things that you've spoken about?
Well, there was the book work. I had to look up the web and research
Sure. Yeah.
various things, and then write
Yeah.
reports. And I think writing's a skill that I've had to do some writing and work,
Yeah.
and it seemed to come quite naturally to me.
Yeah.
It's easy when it's your own personal
Sure.
self,
Sure.
and you've got something to say.
Yeah.
And I had something to say.
Absolutely.
Not sure where I was going there, but
Well, I was thinking, you know, these things that that you maybe thought that you wouldn't have ever done if you hadn't
no, I wouldn't
had
have.
your experience with the VSA.
No, I wouldn't have written articles for
Yeah.
anyone.
And that's wonderful that, you know, you went for sort of one purpose and then it kind of grew arms and legs into so many other aspects of your life that you ended up doing things that you never sort of saw yourself doing.
That's right, and I find myself even quoting myself various things that
Yeah.
have happened
Yeah.
because I knew I thought I'd got the right words for it. It kept me active, it kept my mind working, all these things,
Sure, yeah.
and made life a lot more pleasant.
Yeah, well, that's wonderful. Jim, you've had so many different experiences through your time at the VSA and that have learned so many different things. And I was just wondering what your advice would be to someone who was caring for a loved one in their home.
First thing I learned was when we brought my wife's mother up with dementia, and the one thing I learned there was not through anything other than experience, and that was consideration, patience, and tolerance. These are the sort of words that really cover, because people with Alzheimer's are very, very difficult to cope with. And Mrs. Mack thought she was still in her house in Ardrossan, which was quite frightening at times. That's what I would say. That's the first thing. But I would also say that they should get together with other people, like a carers meeting. That was very important for me. And I found that I wasn't alone, that experiences weren't that strange. Get together with other people. That's what I would say.
Yeah.
Get together and talk.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
talk freely.
Yeah. Yeah. Just that support of knowing that people are going through the same thing as you are. And
Let them know, yeah.
yeah, yeah. And you can draw real strength from that, can't you? From those shared experiences.
Well, yes, you find that somebody would say something, and you would find that it wasn't you, it wasn't me, it was the illness.
So, Jim, as you know, the VSA's Heritage Project is all about celebrating the association's 150-year history. But, you know, the project is also about looking forward as well and what role the charity is going to play in the future of Aberdeen City and its people. And I was just wondering where you maybe saw the charity going in the future.
Well, the first thing is carry on what you're doing, because it's good and it's effective, and it's a well-known institute in Aberdeen. But the future, it has to be in care homes. I think, off the top of my head, that care homes are really good. Care homes are really valuable.
Yeah.
And good staff.
Absolutely, yeah. The people. It's the people
And
that
of course,
make the...
training as well.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Training's important, possibly
Yeah,
as important as anything else.
yeah, yeah.
Not just in what I did, but in various other things.
Yeah. And before we started filming, you had said to me, oh, hopefully in another 150 years' time, there'll be another me sitting doing another project like this, which I thought was lovely.
I would like to think so.
Yeah.
Maybe not wait for 150.
Yeah, maybe not.
But I just thought when I read
Yeah.
the thing and started to look at the website, started to see what was going on, I thought, this is great.
Yeah.
This is super.
Yeah, yeah.
This is something that I'm glad I got involved in.
Oh, well, we're very glad you did too, and we've been so happy to have you on board and to chat in your lovely garden that, you know, you were telling us about how important your garden was to you during lockdown, and, you know, your experiences of being able to have an outdoor space and the mindfulness that comes with gardening, really, isn't it?
Peaceful and quiet.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a busy road down there, but it's so quiet here just now. And that's what makes this little part of town good.
Yeah. And you really got into your photography as well as your gardening, didn't you?
Photography has always been a part of my life, but only since I started on micro, and the flowers have I really found what I'm doing best. I love colour, I love brightness.
Yeah.
What can you ask for?
And the garden photography kind of lend themselves to hobbies that go together, don't they? Because you've got some beautiful photos of your garden.
I spent all last summer chasing bees.
Yeah.
I never ever got one. So, and it's the same this year. This year's been different. The weather's not been so good.
No, I know. I was hopeful for a sunnier day, but it didn't rain, so.
Yeah. But I have to say that sitting here like this, sharing, is good.
And you know what? The Heritage Project really is about people sharing their experiences of the VSA. That's at the heart of it. So I just want to take this opportunity to thank you for sharing yours, and thank you for taking the time today to have us here in your beautiful garden. So thank you so much, Jim. Thank you.
My pleasure. My pleasure. Thank you.